Okay, so we're going to talk about a few Blu-rays I got in the mail, and the first one we're going to talk about is a doozy. It is the Arrow Academy release of My Darling Clementine. Criterion have already done a release of this film, but I think this one outdoes it, as Arrow seem to do from time to time, not unlike they did with Thief. This one has the Blu-ray of the theatrical release, restored in 4K, downscale for 1080p, with uncompressed mono sound, and a whole swath of special features, which many are included on the special edition DVD, but there is some new stuff on there, including a John Ford Monument Valley, a 2013 documentary on the director's lifelong association with Utah's Monument Valley, containing interviews with Peter Cowie, the author of John Ford and the American Western, John Ford, John Wayne, Henry Fonda, James Stewart, and Martin Scorsese. We have a movie masterclass, a 1988 episode of Channel 4 series devoted to My Darling Clementine and presented by Lindsay Anderson. Lost and Gone Forever, a visual essay by Tag Gallagher on the themes that run through My Darling Clementine and the film's relationship with John Ford and his other works. A still gallery and a theatrical trailer, as well as the commentary that you've seen on previous releases, comment by Scott Eyman and Wyatt Earp's grandson, Wyatt Earp III. Now, the second Blu-ray disc, which is exclusive to this limited edition version of this Arrow release, has a high-definition digital film restoration of the pre-release version of My Darling Clementine, which is quite a different version of the theatrical cut that most people have seen. We have a really good featurette called What is the Pre-Release Version, a documentary by Robert Gitt, Senior Film Preservation Officer at UCLA Film and Television Archive. It compares the two versions of My Darling Clementine. It's quite thorough, quite enjoyable, and it just shows you how different the versions are. We also have a high-definition digital film transfer of Frontier Marshal, which is a whole other film. It's Alan Dwan's 1938 Wyatt Earp film starring Randolph Scott. Now, I haven't watched that. I did give it a quick look to see the quality. I'll be talking about that in a little bit. There's two radio plays inspired by Wyatt Earp, a 1947 adaptation of My Darling Clementine starring Henry Fonda as Earp and Richard Conte as Doc Holliday, and a 1949 Hallmark Playhouse production in which Conte played the role of Earp. We have a Frontier Marshal Stills Gallery and a Frontier Marshal theatrical trailer. So, really jam-packed with special features. Now, let's just talk about the quality of the image. The 4K restoration is very stunning, has excellent depth, contrast, very little damage. If any, I didn't really notice anything to speak of. There is a little bit of issues with the results of some of the grain management they've tried to do on the image, where just occasionally you have clumps of grain just sitting unnaturally, but it's pretty minor. The pluses definitely outweigh the minus on this, and it's a top-notch restoration. The sound is really good and clear, nothing to complain about there, very strong. The pre-release version, the image is very different. It's a high-definition transfer, but it's got a lot of damage, has quite a different look. Obviously much better than DVD, but quite a different look to the 4K one, but it's an endearing look all in its own. It's very watchable, but quite riddled with damage and judder from time to time. The sound on that is good, but not as strong, a little thinner than the theatrical version. Now, the Frontier Marshal transfer is quite strong, stronger than the pre-release My Darling Clementine, in fact, and I was quite impressed with that. The sound is okay with that also. So let's have a look at the package. So it has this beautiful slip cover here, and that slip cover also is on the reversible artwork behind the disc, so you can choose that to have on here as well. I would rather have the different artwork on the inside. On the outside of this, seeing that the slipcover already has the alternate artwork. That's just me. Here's the second disc, and it comes with this beautiful booklet with essays, interviews, whole bunch of information and photos. Just wonderful stuff. Very strong release. So My Darling Clementine is actually, I'm not a huge John Ford fan, which might sound sacrilegious. I do, I love westerns, but this is my favorite by John Ford by quite a margin. He has a few others I like, and there's a few of his classic ones which I really can't stand. But this one is dark, it's very noirish, and it's really a special film. So go check it out.